Hi, and welcome to your Yin practice. We are celebrating spring, new beginnings, new starts, and we are going to work in the organs that are correlated with the spring season, so the liver and the gallbladder. And we'll get into more of that later, but today for class you are going to need at least 2 blocks, perhaps a blanket, a bolster if you'd like, and anything else that you want to make yourself more comfortable for Shavasana. We'll get started doing some grounding work by moving into a heart bench first. So let's grab our 2 blocks. We'll place the first block on the highest height at the back of the mat, and then the second block will go on the medium height right below. So it's like an I shape. We'll take a seat out in front. Soles of the feet together, knees open wide. And then we can start to lower down onto the block. So the center of our spine will go on the medium height block. And then we can adjust the top block so that we rest our head. So just make sure that your chin is slightly tucked so your head and your neck are supported. And the bottom of the medium height block will rest sort of right where your shoulder blades start. So you can feel your shoulder blades draping down towards the mat. We'll relax the palms beside us, facing up. And once we get there, let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And a big sigh. You can close down the eyes or maybe gaze at one point in front of you. Just arriving on your mat. Arriving as you are. When we think about the spring climate, it's often characterized by the wind. So we're moving the stagnant old air out and bringing new, fresh air in. And just as we see the weather changes outside, we can also notice that our bodies are changing within. And our Yin practice can help to balance out all of those changes. And as we move deeper into this posture, maybe you can notice which parts of the body are moving down ever so gently closer towards the mat. So maybe your shoulder blades, the lower part of your spine, your groin, your knees, your palms. Let's take one more deep breath in and let it go. And moving with kindness towards our body, Let's bring our palms to the outsides of the thighs. We'll guide our knees back into center so soles of the feet come to the mat. And then we can rest the elbows tight, close in towards the body, and the forearms can come to the mat. And we'll press into the forearms, tuck the chin, and then roll the body up into a seat. And then you can continue to just drape forward. Maybe you hug around your shins and relax the head and the neck towards your knees. Just to counter that heart bench. Be here for the rebound. Notice which parts of the body are readjusting, realigning. When you're ready, you can come on back up to a seat. We'll cross at the ankles, and you might want to sit up on a block or not, your choice. But find your sits bones. The knees should be lower than the hips. We'll bring our palms right next to our hips. You can tent the fingertips if you'd like. Let's take a breath in, reach the crown of the head up towards the sky, and then when you exhale, we'll bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. And then you can walk your left fingertips away from you, so you might feel a stretch in the top of the shoulder. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can bring the right hand to the top of the head, and don't push it or pull it, just let it rest there. Using a little bit of weight to guide the ear closer towards the shoulder. And it might feel good to rock the head back and forth, just finding the sweet spot, the spot that's a little bit tighter in the neck. You can breathe into that space. Take one more breath in here. And we exhale, we can relax the right palm down, roll the chin towards the chest, and inhale, come on back up. And then we'll move to the other side. So let's take a breath in, reach the crown of the head up, and exhale, left ear comes to the left shoulder. You can walk the right fingertips away from us. And stay here, or maybe guide the left hand to the top of the head. Take one more breath in. Exhale, relax the palm down, roll the chin towards the chest. And inhale, come on back up. Okay. Let's move into our next posture. So you can stay up on a block if you'd like, or maybe you want to come down onto the edge of a blanket or a pillow. I'm just going to come all the way down onto the mat. And I'm going to extend my right leg long. Bring the sole of the left foot to the inside of that leg. So if you have a lot of space underneath your knee, I recommend grabbing a blanket and placing it, rolling it up, placing it underneath the knee. Even still, you can add a block under there as well. So choose what works best for your body. We're going to let the right foot relax, and we'll bring the right hand to the inside of the right leg. Let's bring the left hand to the heart, and then we'll take a breath in and lift the heart up towards the sky. And then we lean over towards the right toes. So maybe that right hand comes down, we bend the elbow and place it either on a block, or maybe it comes all the way down onto the mat. but we're going to be here for a little while, so choose which works best for your body. I'm just going to bring my elbow onto the block. Good, and then you can stay here, or maybe you lift the left arm up and extend it over the head, reaching towards the toes, just letting the palm relax. And you should be feeling this in the left side of the body. So I mentioned the organs that correlate with the spring season. And here now we're working along the gallbladder meridian. So the gallbladder meridian runs, it begins on the outer corner of the eye. It goes over the top of the ear onto the head, then onto the forehead, and then back to the head, down the neck and onto the shoulder, to the front of the body, and then down the side of the torso, the hip, and then the side of the thigh and the calf, and then it moves along the top of the foot and ends at the fourth toenail. So we're doing this side body opening to allow the prana or the chi or the energy to flow through that meridian. And if at any time this is too much for your left arm, you can always bring it down back to the heart. Let's take one more breath in here. And exhale, we'll let it go. Good. So what we're going to do is keep the bottom part of the body as it is. Let's fold the left shoulder down towards the mat, and then the body will move so that it's folded over the right torso. You might want to bring both blocks along this time. Have them on either side of the leg. The chin will tuck in towards the body, towards the chest, and you can use the blocks to rest your forearms down. Or maybe you stack them so that you can make a little pillow and relax the forehead onto them. Making sure that the right foot is still relaxed, still soft. And now we're in this folded, this fold forward, half butterfly. So you might be feeling it in a different area of the body. You might be feeling it in the back of the right leg and maybe the low spine. About 30 seconds left here if you'd like to move a little deeper, maybe lowering the blocks. And take a deep breath in. And let it go. To come out, let's bring our palms down to the mat, move them in closer towards the groin, press into the palms, and then roll the body up into a seat. Good. We can cross at the ankles again. Maybe close down the eyes and just take notice of the left side of the body and then the right side of the body. Is there any difference? Any vibrations? Higher vibrations in the left side of the body? Good. And when you're ready, we can extend the left leg long. Bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of that leg. Good. Again, any props you may need. Let that left foot relax. And then placing the palm or the elbow down onto a block or the mat. Let's place the right hand on the heart. We'll breathe in and lift open and up towards the sky. And then if you'd like, you can reach the right arm up over the head and towards the toes. Take one more breath in here. And as we exhale, let's fold the right shoulder down towards the mat. We can bring our blocks along. And we're folding our torso over the left leg. Again, reminding ourselves to relax the left foot. Can you soften your shoulders? The left foot. The space in between the eyebrows. We have about 30 seconds left here if you'd like to move a little deeper. Let's take a deep breath in and let it go. And then we'll bring the palms close in towards the groin, press into the palms, and guide the body back up into a seat. We can move the blocks so that they're at the top of the mat. Guide the left foot in, cross at the ankles, maybe close down the eyes, and just arrive here for the rebound. And when you're ready, you can bring your palms out in front, and we'll come up onto our hands and knees. Let's prepare ourselves for a sleeping swan. So let's guide the right knee in towards the belly. And then you can slide the knee down towards the mat. The shin will come down on the mat. You can take a look at the back leg and slide that knee back. And then you always have the option to place something under the right hip if it's popping up off of the mat a lot. Maybe you add a block, maybe you add a blanket or a pillow. And when you're ready, you will fold forward, coming down onto your forearms, maybe coming down onto the blocks, maybe making a little pillow with your palms and relaxing your forehead down onto the palms. And now we're working on supporting the liver meridian. The liver is said to be the home of the soul. And this one begins at the edge of the big toenail. It runs along the top of the feet between the big and the second toe. And then it goes inside the calf, the thigh and the groin, and then onto the torso. And then it ends just under the rib cage at the top of the 9th rib. So here we're compressing a lot of those areas. And while we're here, maybe let's guide our attention to our jaw. Whenever I'm working deep in the hips, I always try to remember to take notice of what's happening in my jaw, because oftentimes it's quite clenched. So notice, see if you can move the lower jaw away from the upper jaw. And relax the tongue by resting the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, right behind the teeth. And maybe we invite in an ujjayi breath while we're here. Constricting the back of the throat, that ocean-sounding breath. And soften the right hip. We have about a minute left here, so if you would like to move any deeper, maybe you make a little pillow with your palms if you're on your forearms, and rest your head. And we'll take a deep breath in. And a big sigh. And breathing in. Let's make our way back up to our palms slowly. And then we'll pour all the weight into the right hip and swing that left leg around, bending the knee and placing the knee on top of the right. Soles of the feet will come out to the sides. We're in a shoelace now. So just rest your palms on your left knee to start. Just allow your body to adjust into this posture. And if it feels like it's too much, please add a block underneath your seat. And if even that feels like too much, you can recline down onto your back and do the same posture, just pulling the knees or the ankles in towards the belly. But if you're feeling good here, let's bring the hands next to the hips. We'll take a breath in, reach the right arm up to the sky, and then exhaling over towards the left. Maybe walk the left hands away from you a little bit. So now we're getting deep into the hips and the legs, the outer hips, as well as adding the side body. Let the palm relax. And the space in between the eyebrows soften. We'll take one more breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale. Let's bring the right arm back. Come up to a seat, and we can bring the hands behind us, lean back a little bit, undo our bind with the legs. Oh. And we can stay here, just be here for the rebound, but it might feel really nice to windshield wiper the knees side to side. It's common to feel the stiffness in the body after coming out of a Yin Yoga posture. And when you're ready, we'll move to the other side so we can cross up the ankles. Hands come out in front, come to hands and knees. And then we'll guide our left knee in towards the belly, slide down onto the knee and the shin, and then slide that back leg behind us. Anything that might want to go underneath that left hip, place it there. We'll take a breath in and then start to roll on down to our forearms, to the blocks, to our forehead. And then we start to soften. Noticing the jaw. Noticing the outer left hip. The back of the right leg, the sole of the foot. We have about a minute left here if you'd like to move a little bit deeper. Remember once again to soften the jaw. And relax the shoulders. The left hip. And we'll take a deep breath in. And let it go. Using your palms to press you back up to a seat. We'll slide all our weight to the left hip. Swing that right leg around. Return to our shoelace. Again, choose the shoelace that works best for your body. Take a moment to arrive. And then we can bring the hands next to the hips. We'll take a breath in, reach the left arm up, and then over towards the right. And our organs can also be connected with our emotions. And it's said that this, the liver and the gallbladder, which work in tandem with each other, are associated with anger and frustration. And when we think about it, we can maybe think about the wind once again, bringing in fresh new air, or the spring cleaning. If we're feeling balanced, we might feel that enthusiasm and spark of life. But if we're not balanced, we might be feeling clogged and weedy. And then that will bring out the anger and the frustration. So our yin practice can help us open up those energy channels, those pathways, so that we can get rid of that clogged energy. And the good things about anger and frustration is that they can then move towards, like a spark for life, like a moving forward, a new energy to move forward. Let's take one more breath in. And exhale, we can come on back down. We'll bring our palms back behind us, undo our bind. Be here for the rebound. And then rock the knees side to side. Good. And then when you're ready, you can again cross up the ankles. Bring our hands out in front. Come to hands and knees. And then make our way all the way down onto the belly. Coming onto our forearms, let's guide the elbows right underneath the shoulders. The palms can face down. And then your choice with the legs can come in nice and narrow, or they can be wide. And whatever feels right in your body. And now we're in a Sphinx posture. So head and neck can relax, you don't need it. We're working here in the low spine. So you should be feeling it in the lower part of the back. Let's see if we can soften the buttocks, soften the back of the legs, calves, soles of the feet. We'll be here for about 1 more minute. If you'd like to move deeper, you can add blocks underneath your elbows, or you can straighten your arms, guide the palms out towards the edges of the mat. I'm going to stay as I am. Let's take a deep breath in and let it go. We can make a little pillow with our palms, relax our forehead down onto our palms. And it might feel really nice to wiggle the hips side to side. Maybe we bend the knees and windshield wiper the feet side to side. Let's come back onto our forearms. Let's shimmy the body over to the left side of the mat. We'll come into a starfish. So let's extend the right leg or the right arm beside you so that the hand is in line with the shoulder, like a T. We can rest the right cheek on the mat. The left palm can come right next to the chest. We'll bend the left knee, press into the left palm, and then roll our body over onto the right shoulder. So you have a few choices with the left leg. It can come, the sole of the foot can come to the inside of that right foot. Maybe it comes behind. Maybe you just bend your knees and the knees knock in together. So whatever works for your body. And then we're making sure to keep the head and the neck supported. So you may want to have a pillow underneath your head. Maybe it's a block, just as long as it's resting on something. Could be the mat. And then one more choice to make. You can keep the left arm as it is, or maybe you float it up, reach around towards the left hip, or maybe you even reach around and towards the right hand. Wherever you are, maybe you close down the eyes and soften the shoulders. About 30 seconds left here. We'll take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's roll back to our belly. One cheek to the mat. Relax the palms beside you. And notice when you're ready, we'll bring forearms back to the mat. Shimmy your body over to the right side of the mat. Extend the left arm beside you, so the palms facing down, in line with the shoulder. Relax the left cheek to the mat. We'll bend the right knee, press into the right palm, and then roll over onto that shoulder. Again, your choice with the right foot, your choice with the left hand. We're just making sure that our head and our neck is supported. So something is underneath. We have about 1 more minute left here on this side. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, rolling back onto the belly. Palms rest along your body. Rest alongside your body. One cheek to the mat. And when you're ready, you can flip on over to your back. And prepare yourself for Shavasana. So it might be kind to your body to place some blocks underneath the knees. I like to add a blanket on top of my hips for some grounding. Take my hair out of my hairband. Palms face the sky. And once again, we can guide our attention to the space in between the eyebrows. Allow it to soften. And then moving our lower jaw away from our upper jaw. We'll bring the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth, right behind the teeth. Lips slightly parted. Allowing the skin to soften. And the bones to become heavy. Sinking down towards the mat. And into the earth below. Of course, you are welcome to stay in your Shavasana as long as you need. But if you're ready, please begin to deepen your breath. Wake the body up by making small movements. And in your own time, your own way, come on up to a seat. And bring palms together at heart center, bow the chin, and close with the cleansing breath. So release all of your exhale. Deep breath in, and let it go. We'll ask that this practice be a benefit to all beings. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for sharing your practice with me. If you liked it, please share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe.